Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, for those who don't know, I've been doing this for a while. I've been on here for about 6 years. So, you know, I've told this story before, and I'm gonna continue to tell this story when I feel like it's necessary. For my day ones that's been here since day one. Thank you, appreciate it. But when I first started my channel, I started my channel off as to be a boxing channel because I'd been listening to a lot of different dudes. I'd listened to John Boxing, 7-8 Sports, Divine Sense, some other people, you know, just a couple other people. So, blood boxing, all them type of dudes. So, I enjoyed listening to them talk about boxing, whether I agreed with them or not. So, I decided to get on here and start my own channel. And it was strictly just to mostly talk boxing, get my perspective on boxing, because I followed the sport for, well, pretty much forever. I've been around it forever. So, just wanted to get my perspective. And I was a big supporter of Andre Ward. At the time, I was a big supporter of Floyd Mayweather. And, along the way, as I started doing these videos, as my channel started to grow slowly and make its way around the YouTube circuit, I would start getting comments. Now, I wasn't used to this kind of stuff. Not, I knew about it. Of course, I grew up seeing it. You know, it's a little more, where I'm at in California, it's a little more subliminal, but you see it than out in the open, like if you live in the South and places like that. But boy, when I would start seeing these comments that was getting made, and particularly about black fighters and black people, I was just like, okay. And the funny thing was, like I said, I warned people several times and asked them to stop talking to me and stop talking about my people like that in the comment section. And I said if it didn't stop, I was going to start talking to them and treating them the same way they were treating me, treating black people on my outlet. So, of course, when I started letting loose, when I started Return to Fire, of course, the people in the comment section tried to play the victim and tried to label me this, tried to label me that. They came with their meaningless threats. Wasn't worried about it because everybody know what I used to do when I used to pull out my tools on YouTube, and I went to several fights, dropped my location, said what room I was in, and dared somebody to come through and, and knock on the door. Dared somebody to come meet me in the lobby. I would tell people what I look like, what I got on, and I used to do a lot of driving to Las Vegas. I didn't fly, and if you understand why I used to drive to Las Vegas a lot, you should understand. Some things don't need to be explained. But, you know, um, like I said, it got to the point I already knew that I knew these people was full of it. So, but nevertheless, I continued to do what I needed to do, and it continued. I went on to focus on other things, bring a lot of different dimensions to my channel. So, this is why I'm here where I'm at now. But like I said, one of the worst things that I would see is the subliminal, innuendos, racial innuendos towards black fighters. And the two main focuses and the two main targets at the time were, of course, Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward, because those two guys were considered number one and number two best fighters on the planet. And, you know, at the end of the day, people would try to ridicule him and take shots at them. Now, we all know Andre Ward has a white father, but, you know, but to most people that didn't matter because they saw him as the N-word. I would see the comments. Andre Ward saw the comments. He knows about it. He knows about it. You know, I spoke to him off camera about the stuff. He knows what's up. Trust me, he does. You know, but I'm looking at what's going on now with this whole Caleb Plant dynamic. Now, Andre Ward, in case you guys know, nothing's even official yet. They don't even have, they don't even have tickets for sale. And today is September the 7th, I think. No, excuse me. Today is September the 6th. So if this fight is going down in November, that means this fight is exactly 2 months away. They don't even have a official venue. They don't have tickets for sale. Oh, shout out to Vegas Mark because he keeps shooting me information. So, and for what I see, most of the arenas in Las Vegas are unavailable. I think Allegiant Stadium isn't available. I don't think the Thomas and Mack Center is available. The only arena I heard is available is the MGM Grand. Los Angeles SoFi Stadium isn't available. Cowboy Stadium isn't available. So where are they going to have this event at? So to me, it's kind of looking like they may not make the November 6th date. They could, but they may not. But anyway, Andre Ward is allegedly working with Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is out in the Bay Area. He's at Virgil Hunter's gym. I've been in that gym before. It's not open to the public unless you call and get permission from Virgil Hunter. You can't come through. So, so some pictures surfaced and video surfaced of Andre Ward giving Caleb Plant some pointers. And all of a sudden, Andre Ward has been attacked. He's been ridiculed, and to me, it seemed like some of these fans are panicking. People have tried to discredit Andre Ward. Oh, Andre Ward wasn't that good. Oh, he can't help Caleb Plant. Well, why are you so bothered by? And you could just hear in the comments say, "Oh, Andre Ward retired when the division was starting." He once again insinuating Andre Ward as a coward. And like I said, and I'm going there. And if you look at the names, the last names of these people that's posting, most of these people seem to be of Mexican descent, at least Hispanic. But they probably Mexican because they always do that. And I've seen this over the years, and I'm going to make this very clear. A lot of you so-called Mexican boxing fans, because I'm going to go there because this need to be said. You make it bad on the Mexican fans that just want to talk boxing. Because you always got to turn it into racial innuendos. But a lot of y'all ain't man or woman enough to just say it. But you make your little innuendos. And this has been an ongoing thing. Whenever a black fighter defeats a Mexican fighter in particular, they try to discredit him. They don't want to give him props. But then if a black fighter is defeated by a Mexican fighter and we give him props, that's not good enough. They will turn it into Mexicans run boxing. We're better than black fighters. And then they will have the audacity to try to tell black fighters or black content creators don't make this about race, when they continuously make it about race or heritage, or, whatever. And the hypocrisy is just amazing. But not to come on my channel with that crap. Not to pull that with me. Anybody that knows my channel you know not to try to come on here and pull that crap with me, because no, no. I do not understand why it bothers people so much. But then again, seems to me like you kind of worried about it. Because we all know Andre Ward was a great fighter. Well, actually, he was a excellent fighter. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. He retired undefeated because nobody could beat him. And you could holler about he lost the first Sergey Kovalev fight. All you won't know he didn't. Because if that's the case, we know Canelo lost to Lara, and you can make an argument that he lost to Austin Trout. Okay. And some people believe that Miguel Cotto did enough to win that fight versus Canelo, because Miguel Cotto clearly won the first 4 rounds when he fought Canelo. So I mean, at the end of the day, people love to play these games. And like I say, I just say what people, might be hesitant to say. Because like I said, I'm not trying to be everybody's friend. And I'm not trying to say certain things because I want to make people feel comfortable and I want subscribers. Now, I'm not doing that. But like I said, this has just been an ongoing thing. And people just seem like they just spooked. Seem like you really worried about this. Because why all of a sudden you attacking Andre Ward? He has the right to help Caleb Plant. Would you have this problem if Andre Ward was helping a Mexican fighter? But then again, you never know. But because it's Andre Ward and he helped with Caleb Plant, and Caleb Plant is going into the biggest fight of his career, and Caleb Plant is getting pointed from one of the greatest fighters that ever lived, because Andre Ward is, because his record shows that he is. And like I said, you can make an argument about, you can try to holler about who he didn't fight and all that stuff. Canelo ain't fought everybody, so just stop it. Man and ran from Demetrius Andrade for years. So I'm just keeping it a buck. This needed to be said, and y'all need to stop it, man. You ain't got that much confidence. And I mean, to see that people is really angered by the fact that Andre Ward is working with Caleb Plant. Why are you attacking this man? Oh, I know why. Because you think that Andre Ward could possibly give Caleb Plant the tools to beat Canelo. And for those who think that Andre Ward would lose to Canelo in the actual fight, you really showing how ridiculous you really are. Canelo can't do nothing with Andre Ward, even with his mystery meat. And I'm just telling you that right now. So just stop it. Anyway, it's your boy Town Biz. I'm out.